Hi everyone, Deb here. Welcome to the Crack the Vault collaboration in 2024. This is a collab hosted by Jamie, who is Poetspice here on YouTube. She also has another channel or two, but I can't remember the names of them off the top of my head. But this collab's on her Poetspice channel, which I think is sort of considered her main channel. Anyway, the idea is to use things in our stash that we've had for at least 6 months and never used. So I have had several tree dies out. I used one of them recently, but I've had these two. 4-piece nested. This is from November 2022, never used, and this says 2017 Hero Arts. I don't know when I got it, but yeah, 5 pieces, never used. And so I want to make maybe some shaker trees. And I thought I had been gifted this Joy of Christmas sampler. It was in 2023. It was a gift from my Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Mini pack of joy, I don't know, Joy of Christmas Sweet. Part of Joy of Christmas Sweet. That's what it is. And she gave me these loose holly gems and sequins. So I thought, well, they'll be perfect for using in my shaker trees. They have music notes in gold, some holly leaves, and some holly berries, and some gold dots as well. And it looks like some red gemmies, so you could actually just use them to make holly. So these are the sampler papers. I think there are 6 of them. Yeah, but they're double-sided. So let me just flip them over. I think I'm going to try and use these two. And the back is these, which has music and wood and some beautiful reds. So unfortunately, if I use these two, I'm going to be losing some of that music, and that's okay. I have enough other paper. And then the other thing is, these have been on my, my desk. I've had some cut papers. I don't know what collection they were. And I also have these, but I don't think I will use these for what I'm doing here today. So, but I might use these. I don't know. I'm probably only going to have time to make like 2 of these, perhaps. And I'm thinking I'll just give them to my granddaughters for Christmas tree ornaments or something. So let me get started and I'll come back and show what I've done. Actually, as I'm looking at these more, I think these would be harder to do shaker cards, or shaker pieces, so I'm not going to use the Hero Arts ones because of the more realistic tree. I think I will use these 2 smaller ones and have this part here be, I don't know how that's going to work. I'll figure it out, but I think I'm going to use those 2 to do my shakers. See you soon. Okay, everyone, I am back. Here are my 2 little shaker ornaments, I guess. This is the one I did first, and I used this paper in the background, and then I used this paper. And what you have to do is use both dies, and I don't know if this is the one that was in here. They all turn out just a little different, but and you die cut them together, and then you get this. So this is a frame, and I was going to do the same thing, but I decided after making this one I didn't really like the plain green so much, so I did glue down some of the shaker bits, and I also put down some red adhesive back gems, real red rhinestone basic jewels, which are retired now. Glued down some music notes. I had to use Fabri-Tac for the holly berries because they were not sticking. And these larger, or I have it all over my thumb, these larger rounds were some of the shaker bits, which keep flipping over. But it does shake. Can you hear it? There. It shakes, but the red dots, at least they're silver or gold on the back. There's 2 different sizes, and they keep turning over in there. So that's why I put more red on the outside. Also, I used my little, whatever you call this thing, powdery thing, and I went around the edges in there so that hopefully the bits don't stick to the adhesive stuff that's in between. See, it's how it's in between. Now, the only thing I still might go around with some kind of a marker, maybe a gold acrylic pen or a green acrylic pen perhaps. And I do have one little tiny hole there that something could fall through, but I don't think the pieces are small enough to go through. And then I used a 1/8 inch punch. This was Stampin' Up, but it's long retired. I don't know if you can find them in like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, maybe, or anywhere, like maybe at a Office Supply or something. I don't know. It's a 1/8 inch circle punch to punch a hole. I do suggest I punched this one after I put the adhesive stuff in there, and I barely had enough room at the tippy top, but I managed it. On this one, I decided, okay, I'm punching a hole on the bottom piece first, so when I line up the top piece, I can punch that. I lined them up, punched them together flat before I put the adhesive in. And then how I did the window is I took a piece of window sheet and I used, actually, if anybody wants to see a tutorial, I was thinking about making another one, just not for this video. I used the larger of the two, ran it through my die cut machine twice, which did not cut it out, which is what I wanted, because that's thicker. And then I just cut manually inside the lines of the larger piece so that the window sheet, goes out to about here on all the edges. And that's how I got that. I was trying to figure out how am I going to cut the window sheet so that it doesn't stick out and everything. And that's how I did it. I cut it with the die, but then I had to cut inside so it wouldn't be, right up against the edge. I guess you could have it right up against the edge. I don't know. I stuck the window sheet down with mini glue dots, which I have Stampin' Ups, these, but I also have some other ones. This is an older box and I'm trying to get through it, which actually, let me put that back in my glue. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You've probably seen people make shakers a million times. See there, those red ones are shaking around a little better than this one. So this one I have, in both of them, I have this designer series paper in the background, this one. However, I decided since I had this pattern on the top, which isn't the same paper pack, it's this that I had sitting on my desk, which I don't know what that's out of. I didn't like the busyness, so I just took one of these that came out of here and stuck it down. I laid this down flat. I stuck this in it and glued it down onto the other piece. So you can still see around the edges some decoration, but the middle is plain, and I think the shaker bits show up better with it plain there, where this one is plain on top and has the same design on the inside. And those pieces up there are sticking a little bit. There they go. So anyway, I enjoyed making them. I had fun. Do they look childish? I don't know. I was thinking I'll just attach them to a gift for my granddaughters, and I might make another one for my son. I don't know. I backed the bottom piece with shaded spruce cardstock. See, I got this one a little bit off, but it's not too bad. Anyway, I have trouble with that part. Once you get the glue, the adhesive strips onto, or foam or whatever you want to use, onto the back of this front piece on top, what you do is you flip this over, you put the window sheet, you put your glue that down somehow with tear and tape or glue dots or whatever. Then you put your adhesive strips on so that the bits can't fall out, hopefully. And then I use this on the window sheet, put my bits in, and then take the backing off of this, and then it's laying down like this, right? So then I have this piece ready to go, and I stand up and try and line it up as best I can and put it on top the adhesive. That's how I do it. So again, if you want to see my process, let me know. And oh, and then this stuff I found at a thrift store before, so I just used some gold and some red and put it through the hole I did, and you can just hang it on a tree branch or a gift or something. You know, a gift and then a tree branch. But I thought the back is plain, so I can do, you know, to whoever, love grandma or love mom, and put the year, and then they can have that as a keepsake. What do you think? Will they last? They'll last as good as some of my other ornaments, I'm sure. I also thought about putting a little white snow on the edges of this one, but I don't think I will. I might put some little white dots in here, maybe. It's so just kind of blah green, you know? And I definitely think I need to go in with a fine point paint pen of some kind and cover up the white there. This one, it doesn't look like it's sticking as well. I'll bet it's on a piece of plastic there. Window sheet. The window sheets, I had one of them for the first card was just from packaging. And then this one, still have some window sheet pieces left, so you can see how I did it there maybe. Can you see that? Right there. I don't know if they still sell them, honestly. The number is 142314 from Stampin' Up. But I honestly don't, I haven't looked for them for a while, so I don't know if they sell them. Okay, I'm going to get off of here. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas to those that celebrate. Just happy holidays or happy season to those that don't. And I am probably going to disappear for about a week because I have to get my craft room and my house in order and wrap presents and do all the things. Okay. Take care. Hugs, love, and peace.